For more than a year, the liberal mainstream media, and particularly CNN, have gleefully perpetuated a conspiracy theory regarding alleged collusion between the Donald Trump's presidential campaign and the Russian government as an explanation for Hillary Clinton's surprising electoral loss in 2016. The centerpiece of that claim are the contents of a salacious and unverified anti-Trump dossier. That dossier was believed to have been compiled during the lead-up to the election by former British spy Christopher Steele in association with a liberal opposition research firm known as Fusion GPS, with funding supplied by Clinton's campaign and the Democrat National Committee. Unfortunately for them, its veracity has increasingly become even more dubious as more information about its creation and introduction to the public have been uncovered. Indeed, it now appears that the only collusion that took place during the 2016 election was between Trump-hating deep state government employees, namely former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper and fired FBI Director James Comey, among others, and their willing anti-Trump allies in the liberal media. Sean Davis of The Federalist laid it all out last week in a timeline after scouring through the 253 pages of a declassified House Intelligence Committee report on alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 election and comparing that knowledge with what has already been gleaned from other sources. Davis tweeted a summarized timeline of events. Clapper leaks to CNN. Clapper tells Comey to brief Trump. Comey briefs Trump on Dossier because CNN wants a news hook. Clapper tells CNN about briefing. CNN reports on briefing to validate unverified Dossier. BuzzFeed publishes Dossier. A conspiracy is born. The article more fully explained that Clapper had initially lied to House investigators about leaking information in regard to the dossier to the media, only to later admit to investigators that he had spoken of the dossier with CNN's Jake Tapper and other journalists. The media already knew about and possessed copies of the dossier in late 2016, but dared not publish it due to its unverified nature. In order to do so, they needed a cover of legitimacy, which Clapper and Comey then proceeded to provide. In Comey's recently released memos, he himself wrote how the media were looking for a news hook to give them an excuse to run with the dossier stories. In order to provide that news hook an air of legitimacy, Clapper told Comey to brief President-elect Trump about the dossier, which he reportedly did on Jan. 6, 2017. Clapper then leaked news of that classified briefing to CNN, which published a story about it on its website on Jan. 10. That CNN story was then instantly used as justification by BuzzFeed to publish the entirety of the dossier, even though it remained almost entirely unconfirmed or corroborated. The dossier story has since snowballed over the course of the past year into wild stories and unsubstantiated theories among naively credulous liberals about disgusting sexual acts with Russian prostitutes and nefarious business connections with Russian oligarchs, nearly all of which have been accepted.